Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so you might have noticed I've been a little bit absent and my latest videos haven't exactly been so relevant. I pre-recorded a bunch of stuff and I've been releasing it over the last 2 days as I made the pilgrimage to New York City to attend the Trump rally at Madison Square Garden, and oh boy am I glad that I did just that. Like I've been saying, if you follow me on X, this was probably one of the coolest things I've ever witnessed. It may be the coolest thing I've ever witnessed, to be honest, and it's probably easily one of the best political rallies in world history. And a lot of people are saying, well, you know, sure, the showmanship was there. It was a big, exciting event with so many different speakers, but that doesn't necessarily make it a good rally. But I'd say it goes well beyond that, even in the substance of it, friends. You know, I know the left is engaging in their typical tactics. They're trying to distract the people, claim it was a hate rally, pointing the finger at Tony Hinchcliffe, as if that proves all of their slanderous lies over the last 10 years. I know that that's happening, but it's obvious why. That's happening because they know. They know exactly what this rally was, and so they're trying to diminish it. They're trying to distract from it. Folks, this rally wasn't just a rally. It wasn't just record-breaking. It wasn't just precedent-changing. It might just be an inflection moment in modern American history. And that right there is obviously the topic that the left is so deeply desperate to run away from. I want to talk to you guys about this event, not from watching it online or watching clips, but from my perspective, my reaction of actually being there. Let's have a conversation about it. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Okay, friends, so I first want to start off with this post that I made on X the other day. This was my first reaction. I was sitting there with all these speakers coming out one by one, and I posted this on X. This rally feels like the Avengers unifying to save the world from the cackling communist. And that right there essentially distills it perfectly. I mean, we're talking about so many influential people, not just right-wingers, not just Republicans, Democrats, independents, business people, all coming together during this incredible rally to move this movement forward. You know, it basically felt like the exact opposite of a Kamala Harris rally, because the passion was genuine. It didn't feel coerced. It didn't feel fake. Sure, there was a bunch of celebrity guests, but mostly celebrities of substance. You know, it wasn't just a random celebrity A-lister who's got a recognizable face but no connection to politics, no understanding of policy, showing up, probably being paid, let's be frank, just like Lil Jon was paid to perform at the DNC. You know, just a celebrity face who shows up there to prop up Kamala Harris. It didn't feel like that at all. It felt like people were there for a reason. Again, people of substance. Dr. Phil, Dana White, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, people from all kinds of different backgrounds and different walks of life feeling compelled to show up at that rally and support Donald Trump, not just for some bogus reason, like we see with Kamala Harris, ooh, a democracy and oh, first female president. No, for an actual purpose. You know, like I said earlier, the left just wants to focus on Tony Hinchcliffe's politically incorrect comedy bits, but what's going on with the hyperfixation on that nonsense is a sideshow. The main show, the main act, was something amazing and truly inspirational. I mean, we had Elon Musk and Donald Trump in the same building in the same rally, delivering a message about American ambition and excellence. The whole theme of the night was to dream big again, to do big things, to lower the bureaucratic burden and regulatory web that's holding back this great nation, to move away from being the world police and to bring that money back and to actually do something for the nation and its people, to build, to innovate, to create, and of course, to unleash the American engine and hopefully in the process, unleash the American dream. It was amazing. It was inspirational, especially coming from Elon Musk, who's praised as one of the most efficient and productive business leaders of all time. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Elon Musk built a GPU farm recently in like 19 days. If I think for an AI project that they were working on, Elon Musk built this facility in 19 days when it took NVIDIA, I think a year plus, maybe even longer.
That first part, just building a massive factory, liquid cooled, energized, permitted, in the short time that was done. I mean, that is like superhuman.
Right.
Yeah. And as far as I know, there's only one person in the world who could do that. Right. You know, I mean, Elon is singular in this understanding of engineering and construction and large systems and marshaling resources.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. What they achieved is singular. Never been done before. Just to put in perspective, 100,000 GPUs, that's, you know, easily the fastest supercomputer on the planet. That's one cluster. A supercomputer that you would build would take normally 3 years to plan.
Right.
And then they deliver the equipment, and it takes 1 year to get it all working.
Yes.
We're talking about 19 days. Wow.
You know, that's who Elon Musk is, and people's number one criticism of government is that they're inefficient, slow, and can't get things done. And here we have Elon Musk and Donald Trump talking about a government efficiency program. I mean, does it get any more epic than that? Honestly, I don't think so. When Elon Musk walked out on that stage, I mean, the energy was just something else. This entire rally was something else, and even the mainstream media, despite their distractions, has to admit that.
Look, I was there for about 6 hours yesterday. First thing I've got to say, Madison Square Garden was packed. People waited hours to get in. They sat through hour after hour of this rally. They were fervent in their devotion to all things Trump. Trump has created a movement. There is no doubt. I cannot think of another Republican figure of my lifetime who could have come into a Democratic city like New York and put together anything like that.
Donald J. Trump, a Republican, packed the house at MSG. It's unheard of, folks. And trust me when I tell you that house was packed, all the way up to the nosebleeds. Every single seat was full. And even as I was leaving the rally, I left a little bit early just because we were there since 7 o'clock in the morning and I was exhausted. Even as we were leaving and Donald Trump was still giving his speech, there were massive crowds outside watching on the big Jumbotron. It was something truly incredible. And the craziest part is the whole Elon Musk angle didn't even really scratch the surface, because it wasn't just about unleashing business. It wasn't just about putting money back in your hands, reducing the size of government, and enshrining individuality again. It went beyond just restoring American prosperity. It felt like this amazing patriotic rally focused on restoring American values and the American system as a whole after all the damage and destruction that we've seen. What's going on at the southern border, the politicization and weaponization of the Justice Department and local Democrat prosecutors and district attorneys. It was about change and faith, and most importantly, restoring faith in American institutions. You know, I think actually Robert F. Kennedy Jr., his speech, the words that he delivered, probably met the moment best.
Today's Democratic Party is the party of war. It's the party of the CIA. You had Kamala Harris giving a speech at the Democratic Convention that was written by neocons. It was belligerent, pugnacious. It talked about the domination of the world by the United States through our weapons of war. It's the party today that wants to divide Americans. It's the party that is dismantling women's sports by letting men play women's sports. It's the party of Wall Street. It's the party of Bill Gates, who just gave $50 million to Kamala Harris. It's the party, and the Harris campaign is very proud that it received the endorsement of 50 former CIA agents and officers, and of John Bolton, and of Dick Cheney. These are the people that gave us the war in Iraq, the worst foreign policy catastrophe that's ever happened to this country. These are the people that gave us the Patriot Act, that launched the surveillance state. These are the people that are trying to undermine voting rights in this country by weaponizing the federal agencies against political candidates, including me and Donald Trump and all other political candidates that can't win an election. And instead of bringing in a candidate who wins the primaries, abolish the primaries, and then pick two candidates, anointed them without receiving votes. We don't even know how Kamala Harris received the nomination. And this is the party of Wall Street, of big banks, of big data, of big tech, of the military contractors, and the parties of big pharma, big ag, big food, and big chemicals. This is the party that's given us the sickest children in the history of the world.
You know, here's a good way to say it. The Democrats have been going on and on about defending democracy, but their current candidate didn't even win a vote to get nominated. She just became the nominee. And so the point I'm trying to get to is, ironically, this rally felt like 20,000 American patriots meeting together to actually preserve and uplift democracy, or better said, this great republic. It felt like the exact opposite of what the left says. It felt like 20,000 people and these incredible leaders all coming together to defend American institutions, defend American elections, defend American interest, defend the American people, defend the border. It felt like a rally against the fascists, against the tyrants, and those hell-bent on reforming the nation in this globalist, technocratic image. Honestly, it was the American spirit all packed into one big venue, and it was just bursting from the seams. And the best part about it was just the authenticity. You can tell that people were there with good reason. It was kind of like a screw it. I'm done with being bullied. I stand with Donald Trump, and that is it. You know, it's kind of the message Dr. Phil was sending.
You say this in Hollywood, and all of a sudden you ain't got a job. The problem is I don't need one.
It was so genuine. People seriously rallying behind this president like we've never seen before. Democrat-leaning businessmen, people just saying enough is enough. We're not going to hide. We're not going to be intimidated by the fascist left and their aggressive intimidation tactics. We stand for Trump, and we stand for this country and the freedoms that are supposed to be enshrined in our Constitution, and we're done hiding. That's what it felt like. Kamala Harris can blah, blah, blah all she wants about hashtag Republicans for Harris that don't actually exist, and her amazing team unity ticket of her and Dick Cheney. She can go out there with Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Eminem, Usher, every celebrity you could imagine, go out on a stage all together, all at once. They'll never match this energy. They'll never match the genuine nature of that Trump rally. It's just a special movement fighting for things that are so incredibly important to the American people, the American dream, and the American way of life. Anyways, that's pretty much it. That's what's in my head after experiencing that incredible rally. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.